Hi, I'm with Luke with Lumino City. Do you want to explain?
Okay, Lumino City is a point-and-click adventure game, and we made a city all out of paper and cardboard, miniature lights, motors. It ended up about 8 foot high, and we filmed that with a motion control arm. So that is how we've generated the visuals for this place. And the place actually comes alive. So we've made interactive video. You can actually, like, you see some models behind here. They're very intricate. But for example, we have a Ferris wheel that's powered by a microwave motor behind, but you can jump on that if you want to in the game and it'll start moving. We've got lights that interact, so you can turn lights on and off as you move. So the idea has been really to dive you right into this world and make it as beautiful and as realistic as possible. And there's basically you have to traverse this entire city solving puzzles and trying to find your granddad who is gone missing at the beginning of the game.
I just played the game and I saw Granddad go missing after making a cup of tea. But then we played to this level, and seeing the detail that you've had from there onto there is, well, are these the actual things from the actual game? Is this what you designed them with?
This is the actual thing from the game. So we had to put loads of detail in there and make sure these were absolutely as good as they could be, because after we'd filmed it, you can't go and change it. It's unlike making any other game where you can go back and tweak a 3D engine or tweak shaders or whatever. We had to be absolutely certain before we filmed it was going to be right. But it's been enjoyable, it's been unlike anything else, and that has made it what it is.
You've got some very good artists then.
Well, thanks. We really enjoyed working with people on this. Mostly it's just been a core team of 3, so it's not big, but we employed architects and some model makers who've since gone on to work on like Hollywood films and things like that. So it was a really good fun process. Coming people with other great ideas. The idea of laser cutting came from that architect because she'd been doing it at university. We got some really fantastic people to work in, and people from outside the games industry too, which has brought a completely different look to the thing.
Really, you built the game outside before you put it onto a computer?
Absolutely, yeah. We built it in 2 different places. We actually built it first in computer. So we built it just with like wireframe sketches. So I got a Wacom tablet, and I can do very basic coding. So I almost made the game in a simplistic way first, just so we knew what we had to build. And then we built these models afterwards to match. And then it's been a process since then, which was about 2 years ago now, of merging the 2 and making sure that it all works. And that we haven't forgotten anything in the video, which occasionally has happened. And then we got to do a bit of post-production and stuff, but it's been minimal. We did all right.
So how many models have you actually built altogether?
We've probably built about 20 outdoor models of this scale, and then you can see up here there are interiors for most of those, which are slightly larger scale, but then they're even more detailed. It goes right down to the posters on the walls. So there's 50 models. Then there are the puzzles as well. So for example, at some points you go into the old diner, there's a pinball table. You can actually zoom in on that pinball table and play the pinball game. It's a puzzle. But we made a pinball table which is about 2 foot by 3 foot as well. So there's all those kind of things too. There's a lot of work.
Where's the game at now then?
We're about 2 months away from launch, we think. So we're talking November, and it's basically that stage where we know we've got it from beginning to end, but there's lots of tying up that needs to be done, and we're hoping no surprises.
And do you ever find out where Grandad went, or?
You do. I'm saying no more.
So he didn't pass away then?
No, unless we don't finish the game and we have to kind of explain it like that. But no, it's all right. It's got a happy ending.
A bit of an odd question, but if you have a collector's edition, would you have the mugs from the start?
Have what from the start?
The mugs, the cup of tea mugs.
I would. Would you like them? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. This is all good. We need to know this kind of stuff. Yeah, we want to do that. You carry a book with you throughout the game as well. We want to make a book. Anything else you want?
Maybe that could be the collector's edition where you have the step-to-step guide in that book.
Yeah, that would be good. Kind of how on earth you play the game thing. Yeah.
I don't think you could really miniature those models and then have it there.
No.
They look too delicate.
Could do. No, we might be able to do like fold your own model up kind of thing. That would be quite cool.
You're going to say a deal then?
Yeah. Oh well, maybe.
Do you like EuroGamer?
I love EuroGamer. I haven't had a chance to see enough of it. I love this section. This section is obviously the best. I love that the res section is amazing. It's full of amazing ideas and stuff. But I think all indie gamers up here are cheekily thinking, I really just want to have a go at Destiny. So maybe when it's all calm, we'll all go and play on like all the fancy toys. But yeah, it's a fun place to be.
Have you ever been to any other conventions with this game?
No, this is the first showing for this. So, and this is one of our first interviews too. So this is like an exclusive. Yeah. Yeah, we've been working on it 3 years, and really we're just starting to promote it now. So it's on Steam though, so you can actually go on Steam now, and you can favourite it on Steam, and it'll be notified as soon as it comes out.
This game is a bit different to every other game. Can you actually get to an arts and craft festival with this?
Yeah, is there an arts and crafts festival? We'll just take it to the local IWI. Yeah, yeah, I'd love to take it all over. I think it's had some interest from all sorts of places, like art galleries, things like that. In fact, we've got an exhibition at Game City. Everybody, make note. This is the PR thing. No, we've got a proper nice exhibition which explains a whole behind-the-scenes kind of thing in October. Game City runs from the 25th of October, I believe. So yeah, check that out.
Where and when is this game set?
Where and when is it set? Doesn't matter. It's not time specific. You've got all sorts of technologies in here, from things that are 100 years old to relatively recently. So
I'm looking at the art style, and it's like I can't think of where that's come from.
I don't know. We're happy that it's just indefinite. I think with the best stuff, it doesn't matter. Maybe if you make something perhaps that's too specific.
Let the imagination play.
Exactly. It's we've had people look at it and say it reminds them of their childhood, for example, and that kind of thing. And if you've done that, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what age people are. Like, hopefully, it just means something to them.
If it was all filmed on models,
yeah.
How did you get like animations to work with doors and stuff?
With hard work, basically.
It looks fiddly.
Yeah, it's really fiddly, and we used quite a few tricks with Flash. Like we got Dan, who's an excellent programmer, who basically built his own tools in Flash, so we could add stuff like film grain and motion blur and all that kind of thing that you like, stuff that a lens creates, that if you just do it just with computers you lose. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, but there's also like a hell of a lot of making sure that the pixels match up. We used motion tracking though as well, so we could track the motion and stuff and make our character stick to the floor, that kind of thing. That helps.
Who designed the character?
Me. Why? Are you going to say something bad?
No, I was just wonder where you get your inspiration from.
I'm not sure. I wanted something graphic. I think it goes way back. Like I was designing characters back in 2008, like that were sort of slightly doodles and like Flash games that were sort of slightly Japanese inspired, and like so that simplistic face came through. You could almost, it's not Hello Kitty, but it's that from that kind of let's reduce things down to the absolute bare minimum that you need. And that's how she came about. We wanted something iconic. She really is just made up out of circles. I tell you, it also helps with animation. The animation was hard enough without like limbs and all that kind of stuff. And so she's a bit like Rayman like that. She just, they float and your mind fills in the gaps.
What's impressive is it's like a 2D game, but it has the 3D aspect because it spins around the models. And I think it stands out to other games, other platforming puzzlers and stuff.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, there's a moment, for example, when you're at the gatehouse and you're just standing on top of it, and in a 2D game, you would just be on that plane, basically. But you can see that there's a blurred background behind you. If you click on that, we pull focus, and so the background comes into focus, and you can see where you're about to go. And so there's a sense of depth in this that we've got into it. That there isn't any other way to do it, really.
Take it when you make a second game, all these models are going to be in your front room.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a big front room because the actual thing, 8 foot tall, 3 meters long. Yeah, although we're going to give a little bit of the set away to anyone. If anyone wants to, they can take cards from down here, and they can. If that's part, yeah. But they can design one of their own, or design a little bit of Lumino City if they have inspiration. Design a little Lumino City house. In December, we'll give away a little bit of the set to someone.
Well, it's been nice speaking to you. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, but I've enjoyed the game. What else can you say? Like, that's all you want.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.